Your winner on mat number 3, Jackson Sousa. Next up on mat number 3, FloGrappling and ADCC
Sobe o ombro, escolhe a cabeça. Sobe o ombro, escolhe a cabeça. Tem nada em ombro, tem nada em ombro. Não tem nada. Foi defender,
And your winner on mat number 1, Gordon Ryan.
From Keenan at his best, and people believe that maybe that wasn't, you know, the greatest Keenan Cornelius that we could see, but those who know Gordon know that there's still greatness to come.
Yep.
And like everyone's been saying on his team, you'll see. So could Gordon Ryan fulfill the prophecy and win and get ADCC gold and maybe enter into the absolute later on today? That would be insane.
Well, he's had an amazing tournament thus far, so.
Keenan as well, defeating you know, the legend killer Greg Jones earlier on. And just overall, Keenan has just been super sharp in this competition.
Good stance, Keenan.
So this is
You know,
sorry, go ahead.
Sorry, didn't mean to interrupt you. The funny thing about this match is either one of these guys, if they got taken down, it's not going to matter. They both have great guards.
Yeah.
It just doesn't matter in the first bit. I think both would welcome being on the bottom. Yeah.
Watch these snaps, Keenan. No. Avoid that, Keenan. Avoid that. Avoid that.
Gordon just staying heavy on the head.
Always avoid that.
Andre telling Keenan, avoid this, avoid this. The jiu-jitsu nerds of the world are going crazy right now because we have the greatest match ever. You know, the Worm Guard Master, the King against each other. This is a dream matchup.
Yeah, it is.
Dream rematch. And I truly believe this is a different Keenan and this is a different Gordon.
Absolutely.
That match was quite some time ago. We're seeing two completely different animals. Keenan had a little bit of an injury, took some time off. You know, I always said when people were, you know, talking about his time off, Keenan is a calculated grappler. He took time off to reevaluate everything. And it was for a purpose, I think, that he took that time, reevaluated his game, had an awesome campaign, and is in the finals for the first time in ADCC history.
Back. Seek the back. Grab his waist, Keenan. Watch this scissor.
And, you know, the irony of this all is Keenan was much like Gordon years ago. He was the young American black belt that everyone was talking about, killing everyone at brown belt. It was supposed to be the next big thing. He is the next big thing still. You know, he's an amazing, accomplished black belt jiu-jitsu competitor. So they're, you know, very, very similar paths to stardom do Keenan Cornelius have and Gordon Ryan.
Very good. 7 more minutes. Tina, aware. Keep fighting, keep focused.
Gordon with his heavy right-handed collar tie.
Keep focused.
Keenan lost focus a little bit there, and
I have the time for you. I have the time for you. Don't worry. I have the time for you. Don't worry. Keep fighting. Let's go. 6 minutes.
looks like Keenan was looking at the clock, and Gordon was shot in on him.
Yeah.
6 minutes per point.
Andre telling him, I have the time for you, don't worry. Don't look at the clock. Stay focused. I love hearing sometimes what the coaches are saying.
Yeah.
It kind of reveals a little bit of the game plan going into things, and it tells you a little bit about the psyche of the fighters too.
Nice.
What the coach, if anyone's going to know more than anyone here, what kind of game plan and what they're used to doing, and kind of reveal that sometimes in what their instructions are. So always interested to hear what the coaches are saying. Sometimes they're just heckling referees.
Yeah.
Watch this. He's gonna jump for the heel hook. Watch out.
And Keenan here, body lock with the single leg. Nice.
It was that ankle pick that I was talking about earlier. But Andre was just saying he's going to try to scissor. Look for a heel hook. Be careful.
He's right, Goshi there to clear Keenan out. Head to the outside single for Gordon, but Keenan on a good counter, so Gordon's gonna be, no, he's separated nicely.
Well, we're already seeing a much different match than we saw, a while ago. Very, very different. More wrestling.
Yeah.
Different, it seemed a little bit more playful when they competed in that match. It was
no time limit.
No time limit, yeah. And I truly feel that it was Keenan experimenting and testing himself with a new rule set, and wanted to see where his technique was at against somebody that was exclusively gifted in those techniques, or practicing and competing in that sort of scenarios. Keenan's super flexible.
Yeah.
Able to get those legs up and over. Let's take a look at the replay on that takedown there. Keenan was trying to counter, picking up the right leg of Gordon Ryan. Gordon continuing pressure down, getting that single leg takedown. Of course, no points scored as we're still in the first 10 minutes of the match. So, but it's a great momentum. It's great to score on your opponent without getting the points, just to build momentum and build confidence in yourself and kind of break the confidence of your opponent a little bit. Just give him a reminder, hey, I can take you down later on, so just be careful.
Yeah, a little test. Like a little test. Both these guys have great guards, so.
I love the cheering section of Finland.
Love it too.
They got some cool cheers going.
Yeah, it's awesome energy in here.
Yeah, very positive.
Yeah, the fans are all really positive.
Haven't heard it. You know what? The one thing about this ADCC, we haven't heard any boo.
No, it's been very positive, and
We're gonna try this steam lock right there. Watch out. 245.
Keenan elevating Gordon. Gordon keeping that left foot on the inside.
Space, space. Get your spin.
It's good left leg position there. Gordon staying on the inside.
You 24 points, Kina.
Again, Gordon pushing the legs over Keenan's head, trying to get him to turn.
Focus, okay? Let's go. Keep fighting. Don't relax.
What's Gordon looking for when he's trying to stabilize? Like, do you think that it's a back take or looking to pass, possibly snag a leg? What's his objective here?
Yeah, if he pulls Keenan's hips in, he may elect to try to roll over to the back, but also he's got a tax on that far leg. He's got the inside position. Both of Gordon's legs are on the inside, so he can attack on that far leg well, go for an inside Senkaku, different things like this by stepping over. Now he's trying to get to the back. It
almost looked like he was
right hook in.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that. It looks like he was trying to get that right hook in.
Yep, he was trying to sneak that right hook.
Oh, nice back take attempt by Gordon Ryan. Keenan Cornelius slips out, gets on top.
Gordon trying to lock a Kimura, but Keenan's right arm, you see it underneath there, gripping that forearm. Now he's let go. But Gordon needs to clear the head and get that right foot on the hip. There he does. Keenan's able to just back out.
Well, win, lose, or no draw, I should say, Gordon Ryan defeated 3 legends in the sport this ADCC.
Yeah.
Starting, I mean, it's just an amazing campaign.
Just 30 seconds, and then the points to begin here.
Let's take a look at the replay here. That transition to that back take attempt there off the single leg. Gordon with the single leg. Keenan kind of fleeing. Gordon almost gets to the back, and Keenan gets out. Gordon attempting a lock there. Keenan slips out at the end.
Now,
back to the action here.
Gordon with the front head and arm here, trying to put Keenan down, throw him over, and just keep him on the bottom, but can't do it.
That's something new that we've seen from Gordon in this competition. We haven't really seen that too much.
Yeah, some front head and arm offense.
There you go, Kina. Points right now.
Well, the one thing I will say, there's been a lot of movement, a lot of attacks, a lot of attempts in this match more than anything. So I could totally see this, finishing in this regulation now.
Yeah, it absolutely could.
Keep circling, let's go, keep moving. 9 minutes and a half.
Both guys have the ability to take the other one down, I believe. Gordon looking a little stronger with his stance, but Keenan's like length and gumbiness makes it interesting. Very good at
It's funny though.
unassuming.
I've seen Keenan take people down much larger in no-gi, and he's really good at it. He's got really good timing and good speed.
Yep.
So I wonder if he's just kind of baiting Gordon a little bit, trying to make him feel comfortable in the attacks, and then he's going to shoot attack of his own. Because he hasn't really tried a really strong shot, like a blast double, power double, anything like that. It's all been kind of picks on the singles. See what I mean? Like,
take it down. Take it down. Body lock.
Switching to the hip there.
Yep.
He's got to watch his neck.
He does.
Watch how I did.
Even if Gordon does, I was just going to say, even if he doesn't try to guillotine him, he can roll
Nice.
him.
That was beautiful technique. Tried that earlier, right to the mount, arm in guillotine.
And he has his neck there.
That's
Keenan Cornelius taps. Gordon Ryan wins the ADCC World Championships. Oh my gosh.
Wow.
What a finish. I'm not going to say I called it, but I did say I didn't see this go into overtime. Amazing finish by Gordon Ryan.
Locks on a head and arm. We saw him attempt it earlier. Uses that to sweep Keenan over. He was able to follow him in, given the king sign. Gordon Ryan submits Keenan Cornelius for a mounted arm.
Quebra. Levanta a perna dele. Isso, aí. Boa. Segura, segura.
And your winner on mat number 3, Muhammad Ali. Next up on mat number 3, Victor Honorio versus Felipe Pena. On mat number 1, your winner, Craig Jones. Next up on mat number 1, Shanji Hibero versus Ushesha.
Vira pra lá, fica com a mão dele, não deixa ele tirar a mão.
Your winner on mat number 2, Gordon Ryan. After tonight's event, the after party will be at Vaccine Campi nightclub. And your winner on that number 3, Golden Ryan.
ADCC 2017 gold and silver medalist. Coming at you, all eyes on the king, as they say. Gordon Ryan quickly pulling guard. Hodgkinson trying to pass right away. Gordon trying to elevate him. Hodgkinson doing a great job of defending, but getting stuck right into that short arm bar. Gordon now attacking.
Yeah, he's switching up a lot. That's good little combinations. He's really good on his butterfly into his arm attacks. Little elevation there.
Yeah, Gordon transitioned to about 3 different attacks at
triangle
once.
there. He could do a little Braulio triangle there. He didn't believe on it. Oh, back take.
Gordon is just on the attack here, dominating.
Yeah, for sure he's using this fight to, like, you know, get his conditioning, get the first breath out. You know, I will do the same. He's already in a good position. Now he has pretty much 4 minutes into the points to work the submission.
Amazing, just under 1 minute. Gordon's already on the back with the body triangle. Great position to be. Now trying to dominate wrist control, looking for the choke, trying to slide it under Hodgkinson's neck or right over his face, it looks like.
Yeah, you know, it's ADCC, man. You choke the face, choke the mouth, whatever is in there.
At the end of the day, this is submission fighting.
Oh, yeah.
The ADCC is, you know, technically this is a grappling competition, but it's a fight.
Oh yeah, you know, it's very intense. You know, it's physical. If you come to the ADCC and you're not ready to be physical, you better stay at home. You know, you gotta be ready to a couple little, you know, clubs to the neck. You know, beats mashing on your face. You can see that little face smash there, right on the nose. It's over.
Gets the submission. Gordon Ryan in less than 2 minutes, about 1 minute and 45 seconds.
Dude, that was
Rear naked
savage.
choke. First round match. Gordon Ryan is your winner here at the 2019 ADCC.
The Anaheim Convention Center, it is ADCC 2019, and we are joined in the second round of the under 99 kilo division. Gordon Ryan representing Team Renzo Gracie taking on Tim Spriggs from Team Lloyd Irvin.
Man, what a matchup.
Josh Palmer, John Evans bringing you all the action, and Gordon Ryan with an early hook sweep. In on a front headlock series here. Let's see if he can snap Spriggs down to the mat.
And Spriggs has been looking really sharp in this tournament, so Gordon Ryan is going to have his hands full with this one.
Yeah, Spriggs has started fast. He's wrestled well. But Gordon Ryan, outspoken as always, expecting to scythe through this under 99 kilo division.
How are these guys making under 99 kilos? They look humongous.
I mean, I think Gordon's been walking around for quite some time at that. I'm just not quite sure how someone his size is that weight.
Yeah, seriously. These are very large human beings, and they move very well for their size.
Through the first minute here, fast pace from these two gentlemen. Gordon Ryan playing this single hook butterfly guard, trying to form some connections to Spriggs, who's going to be monitoring those legs on top very carefully. You see that left hand going to that offside leg.
Spriggs looking to pass quickly here, too. And this is a little bit surprising to me because no points are available yet for the first 5 minutes of the match.
Gordon Ryan, of course, the defending 88 kilo champion, putting on some mass, stepping up to this division.
Spriggs?
One of the highest submission rates in the previous division he was part of, 88% win rate with a 71% submission rate at ADCC. So
Spriggs getting himself in a little bit of trouble already here, though.
yeah,
I mean,
early leg entanglement for Gordon Ryan.
yeah, nothing available yet, but he's not far away from making a heel hook work. Oh, and I like that
Spriggs
counter
with the roll
from
to the
Spriggs.
back. Yeah, just when you thought there was heel exposure coming because the weight came off that lead leg.
I think that's a great counter. Unfortunately, Spriggs winds up on bottom from it, but usually that is a very good counter.
Yeah, no points awarded, of course. We're not going to get points for the first 5 minutes here. But Gordon Ryan looking to go to the back now. He's got to defend. A brief guillotine attempt.
And he does get underneath the arm, so that's going to move him towards the back of Spriggs. Spriggs trying to defend. Gordon puts in the body triangle.
Strong, dominant position for Gordon Ryan. Just 2.5 minutes in here. Checking that the referee's monitoring the wrist grips when they're going to reset in the middle of the mat. Showing some serious fight IQ is Gordon Ryan there, making sure all the grips are happy and playing to the crowd. So we're going to reset in the middle of the mat, and Tim Spriggs, tough position just 2.5 minutes in here, John.
Yeah, I thought Spriggs was going to be able to evade the back before it was completely set in by Gordon. But Gordon able to cinch in that body triangle from the back before they went out of bounds, and now Spriggs not in a great place.
Yeah, I love that grip that Gordon Ryan had a moment there on the back of the hand, just creating a little bit of pressure on the wrist. But he's trying to trap an arm here, that right leg coming over the top.
Spriggs should use that. Spriggs should use that opportunity to try to get his hips around the legs, prevent the body triangle from coming in again.
You know, last ADCC, it was the threat of all those leg locks from Gordon Ryan that really affected a lot of his opponents. Right now, it's his guard passing and his back takes. Very dominant in his opening match here in this tournament against Ben Hodgkinson. Tim Spriggs coming through against Felipe Andrew in an immensely quick sub. In fact, both these guys scoring the quickest subs by far. Every single other match went at least the full 10 minutes. These guys both went under 2 minutes in submitting their opponent's first round.
Gordon nearly getting that hand to the cross shoulder. Oh, and he does get it up to the cross shoulder. He's going to look to cinch in the rear naked choke. And
yeah, looking like he was going to go short choke for a moment. Now trying to reset, staying really nice and high with his head on the back and looking to lock up here.
Good hand fighting, but usually when one hand gets to the shoulder, that's just a hop, skip, and a jump away from being finished.
Lloyd Irvin calling out some defense to his student, Tim Spriggs. John Danaher, very quiet otherwise in his corner. I guess all going to plan for them so far.
I mean, is John Danaher ever very loud? I think he's yelling instructions or saying instructions. They're just at a very low tone.
So 5.5 minutes left on the clock. That means points are going to be coming in about 30 seconds. As Gordon Ryan tries to fight up top here. Can't quite see the grips from our angle. It looks like he's setting it in a little bit deeper each time. But Spriggs monitoring that top hand.
Yeah, Spriggs trying to get out of this body triangle. He's kicking that leg. If he can, if he can get that one leg in between. Oh no, but he allows the arm to get up to his shoulder. He's trying to leg work through the body lock though. If he can get Gordon Ryan's left foot in between his own legs, then he can spin around in guard.
So Ryan again fighting the grips.
And here we go. This is Spriggs' chance. He needs to not allow the body triangle to come in again. Difficult to do when you're hand fighting and worrying about chokes.
Ryan looking at the scoreboard here.
Here, Spriggs should move. He should get his hips out to the side. He needs to make his body into a barrier that's too large for Gordon Ryan to lock that body triangle again.
Ryan doing a good job switching the body triangle off here, still keeping Spriggs busy in the hand fight, so much so that he can't think about freeing those legs. Open briefly again here though. And we're into the period of points, and they've given Gordon Ryan 3, I assume, for unlocking and relocking.
Oh, and Spriggs uses his hand to try to prevent the body triangle, and he nearly gets choked because of it.
Well, Ryan coming up on top here. Let's see if he can flatten Spriggs out or if they're going to end up belly up again. No grips now for Gordon Ryan. 3:50 left on this clock.
Wouldn't mind seeing Spriggs tripod up and try to shuck Gordon over the top from here.
They roll through again, and Tim Spriggs is coming on for, well, at least 3, if not 4 minutes in this period of back defense here.
Good defense from Spriggs.
Oh, absolutely, but right about now, when the clock starts hitting that 3-minute mark, he is desperately running out of time to not only escape, but then to score back.
Yeah, this is definitely an uphill battle for Spriggs. Be curious to see if he does get out, what kind of condition he'll be in. Will he have saved his energy? Will he be spry and have a tired Gordon Ryan on his back? Or Gordon Ryan now cinching in this rear naked choke. He's going to put the squeeze on.
Yeah, he's behind the head. Tim Spriggs looking to try and fight that top hand, and he can't. He gets the tap. Gordon Ryan submits Tim Spriggs in just over 7 minutes. Once he got to the back, it was methodical.
Gordon Ryan just having an amazing campaign this entire tournament. There was some question whether he was going to end up competing, as he was apparently had some stomach illness or something the day before the competition, but he showed up and impressed as always. Back again in the finals is Gordon Ryan here.
Gordon doing a good job of pulling some weight into the toes of Traktor. He's going to foot sweep, got foot sweeps and ankle picks, got to be careful. Traktor has really used butterfly guard for most of his matches. I was able to only catch a little bit on the archives. I didn't see any of his stuff live. I didn't call any of his matches.
Vinicius Traktor, you mentioned the butterfly guard. He's training with Marcelo Garcia.
Yep.
Recently moved to New York.
Gordon tries to push by that elbow, collar tie elbow. Now we've seen, we'll see him do the Yashi as well. He uses this technique. There it is. Same as we saw Kanon use earlier. He uses the same technique Gordon does.
All right, Sean Williams, you're saying the Yashi, is that the foot sweep?
Yes, the Yashi is a foot sweep there when you pull one guy one way, and it's just this effortless foot sweep that if it's done at the right time, the feet just go above your head, and you're just in the air. It's an effortless, beautiful technique.
Gordon Ryan, Vinicius Traktor Ferreira. Under 99 kilo division final, Traktor on a single. And, you know, one thing that's really impressive is Gordon's counter wrestling. I really like watching him, how he counters the takedown attempts. He's so calm. Big contrast in his scrambles as to Nick Rodriguez. A little more, not slow pace, but similar to Kainen, kind of that same speed.
It's just that smoothness. They both have very similar looks in their games. Doesn't look like some explosively fast, but man, it's just so smooth that it becomes quick, it becomes efficient. Timing is perfect, near perfect. There's a body lock met with an overhook.
So you mentioned Traktor, that potential toss there. His hips are a little bit far.
Yeah, you got to watch this stuff when you get the body lock. You have the underhook. You have to be very careful leaving your hips back. It opens you up for big Haraigoshis and things like this because you open the way for your hips. Now, Vinicius' hips are much lower than Gordon's, but those things like Haraigoshis used with the legs at the length could be an equalizer to low hips.
Vinicius Ferreira was actually invited. One of the last-minute entries. There's a couple dropouts in the division. I believe he may have been replacing Keenan Cornelius, if I'm not mistaken, but Vinicius, as you mentioned, representing Team Marcelo Garcia and Alianza. He's being coached by Marcelo right now.
Yep. The one thing that you can see is you watch the feet, and when Gordon pulls Vinicius, look how heavy his feet get. See how heavy he's braced. So what that's telling me is he's not quite ready for this movement on the feet, and when he braces into his heels, we could see things like Kouchigari's, these takedowns that put you backwards, inside trips, things like this, because the weight is way into the heels. So Vinicius needs to adjust that. His feet are a little heavy, which could mean singles as well. When you get the foot planting heavy, it means that there's a lot of weight in there. Single legs, knee taps, perfect. And there's a nice scenario where the weight is going backwards into the heels, and
Gordon Ryan on top of Vinicius Ferreira. You can feel the intensity in this room. It's no one's talking.
Yeah.
And it's just silent. It really feels like a Japanese MMA event.
Yeah.
Crowd cheering for Big Gord.
Yeah. That's what I'm talking about. You see Gordon's chest and shoulder staying under that far arm there. Looking for an underhook. Looking to lock a head and arm at this moment.
So if you're Ferreira, you're in the half guard here, but Gordon's got your left arm trapped all the way. What do you think he should be doing at this point?
Half, but he's trying to scoop under to deep half, but the shoulder pressure and the sprawl right now is a problem.
It's neutralizing it.
Yeah, and Vinicius plays so much butterfly guard, so you would think is going to be a half butterfly guard, but that's not necessarily a good tactic on a guy like Gordon. We've seen him just mow through butterfly guards with the body lock style passing and things like this. So deep half, I like that idea for Vinicius just because it can get him up and out. He's working on it. Now Gordon's knee is safe. He's going to mount, but gets rolled.
Vinicius on top. Gordon motion his legs over.
Yeah, so well-timed bump and roll. Again, the knee tap again. Boom,
Beautiful
second time.
knee tap.
Yep. And again, right into this pass. Now, this time I would expect Gordon not to pass to the mount unless he feels it's tired. I think he's going to pass to the cross side. And then that will prevent that big bump and roll. If you mount, you can always leg work back off to the cross side. I'm thinking he's going to be a little more conservative. Yep, there. He's still got into the half guard right now, though. Deep half now for Vinicius. That's good for him.
Yep. Gordon Ryan on top, returning ADCC gold and silver medalist against Vinicius Ferreira from Brazil, who's making his debut at ADCC. Gordon, obviously one of the most, not controversial, but talked about grapplers out there. Not afraid to speak his mind on social media, but he gets a lot of eyes on him, not just because of what he says, but what he does. And I think that's the biggest thing is there's a lot of talk about the new generation of jiu-jitsu, trash talking or social media talk. Some people trash talk and they just lose, but Gordon is out there winning everything. So it's a big difference.
It is different.
He's drawing attention to himself, but he's also winning at the highest level.
Yep, exactly. There's
Gordon
the mount
now
again.
Progressing to mount.
This time he sticks it. And head arm choke is coming. Let me tell you, that Katagatami's coming. He's going to walk the right hand up, and you'll see him straighten his arms like an X, and it'll feed the elbow to his chin. Whoops for Vinicius right there. Watch, he's going to straighten his right arm and is going to put his chin or his face on the side of the elbow. There it is, starting to feed the face down the elbow.
12 minutes left. Gordon Ryan in the mount position.
Good
Vinicius.
break. Beautiful.
Recovering half guard here. Great job with the knee shield in. One thing I noticed about Vinicius, he's never really looking to get that underhook with his left arm on Gordon.
Yeah.
Do you think that there's a particular reason or something that he knows that Gordon's going to do? Or is it just maybe not his game? Or what's your take on that?
He must just feel that he's getting, if with that underhook, it's just not working out. He's going for deep half. I think that's what he's trying to get into, to just create movement. Maybe he's a little worried about the Kimura game, because if you do win the underhook, you've got to contend with the Kimura.
Vinicius now attacking the leg of Gordon. I feel it's just, from Vinicius's background. I'm not saying that he's confident or not confident in heel hooks or anything like that, but I felt like he was doing that to set up a sweep.
Yes.
But Gordon takes advantage of that attack and gets to the back, as we mentioned earlier on.
Yep.
Risk versus reward. Gordon Ryan in the best position, had a body lock now, overhook, and now he's going to get that back attack trap system.
Yep.
That's, you can play it out for here, Sean.
Yes, isolated
What's
the
he
arm
doing? Go
with
for
that
it.
right hand cross grip wrist. You saw him kick the leg over. And now he's just trying to get an arm on the chin. It doesn't need to be under all the way, but especially when he's getting it a little bit under the chin, but when the face is sideways, this is it. If he locks this, this is a big, he tapped.
Vinicius Ferreira
big
taps.
trouble.
And there it is. Gordon Ryan.
Champion Gordon Ryan making his debut on the open division against Pedro Marinho. Let's see what he brings to the game this time.
Pedro Marinho, Gracie Baja representative. First time in ADCC, passing the guard for a split second there of Gordon Ryan.
Whoa, little eye poke there for a second. Whoa. Got some Spider-Man grip on that heel for a second.
I've seen Pedro Marinho compete in no-gi competitions. Very aggressive competitor. Will execute takedowns if he can. Goes for everything. Just really goes for broke. So this should be an interesting matchup.
Well, he's doing a really good job. Kind of stayed, you know, just enough distance to stay away from Gordon's, you know, hooks. You know, Gordon's really good on controlling the wrist, using his hook to go under, using like a butterfly lift to execute his, you know, heel hooks and operate his system of the guard. You can see, look, he stays sit up all the time, which is very important for no-gi. A little unintentional headbutt there for a second.
Shanji, when you're going against a dangerous guard player such as Gordon, what kind of advice would you give, you know, one of your students or somebody like that, you know, in that area that Pedro is right now? Should he be lifting up Gordon's ankles to get him on his back, or?
No, you should kind of like equalize the levels. I remember when I fought Gordon, I just committed to it, you know. You can't come at ADCC and say, oh, I don't know how to deal with this kind of guard.
Yeah.
You know, sit-up guard, as we mentioned yesterday, Marcelo Garcia was the first one to just play that sit-up and, you know, really working those drags and wrist controls. You got to be able to come into like a head quarter position, head control. He needs to put the Gordon's back on the floor. You know, yeah, like, you know. So maybe get in on an angle. Try to get his head down, put him on his side.
Maybe stepping on the leg, kind of like what we saw Ty Rotolo
Oh,
doing.
yeah, I was asking him about it, you know what I mean? I was like, hey, man, what do you do with that? He's like, well, I use it from there to combine, and usually the guy turns a little, I can turn to the back.
7 minutes and 39 seconds in this match. Gordon Ryan on the bottom.
Oh.
Pedro Marinho.
He's going for it.
Yeah, he really wants to make a statement here. Gordon now sucking him up, getting that single leg X position.
We haven't seen Gordon using his heel hooks in a while. You know,
so he's showing a lot more diversity in his game.
Well, but the thing is, everybody was talking about his heel hooks, but I always felt his back stuff was way danger than his heel hooks. Even though last ADCC he was able to knock 2 people out with the heel hooks.
Oh, Gordon gets the heel hook.
He
You
got it.
talk about how dangerous his heel hooks are. He hasn't shown him that much today, but he showed it right now.
Yeah.
Beautiful submission, Gordon Ryan over Pedro Marinho. Just under 3 minutes here.
And that was his 5th fight and 4th submission. The only person he didn't submit was Lucas, right, so far?
Yep.
Yeah, Gordon, he's in a good row, man.
First time I saw him, 2010 ADCC trials in New Jersey, and he always used to, you know, tell us about this kid Gordon Ryan and make fun of him all the time. Every time we'd see him, and then, you know, Gordon, the protege of Gary and Tom DeBlas.
Is he just giving him the black right now? Come on, man.
I think they're gonna have some fun here for the first 5 minutes, but
I don't know. That was kind of funny, like how they turn around like this, and you can't give the back to Gordon, or maybe Tona gonna show people how to defend the back.
Absolutely.
Because he actually did a lot of good back defense today. Well, see, good defense.
Gary's got a really unorthodox game, but very entertaining.
You know what? This ADCC is making me really itching, in a good way, to come out and just train those guys, man.
That's it.
You know, there's nothing I can do in my life. What am I gonna do? Gonna compete more, prove more? No, just have fun.
Go learn more, pass the knowledge on to your students.
Yeah,
Best thing to do.
Teach them some stuff too. You know. And the energy is back in the room. Everybody's excited. See, you have Gordon, boom, take the back, triangle.
8 minutes, 30 seconds left. Gary Tonin, Gordon Ryan. Gordon Ryan on the back of Gary. Winner of this match is going to face the winner of Mike Perez and Patrick Gaudio.
Which is a battle right there.
Okay. 8 minutes, 13 seconds left. Sorry, the winner of this will face the winner of Patrick Gaudio. Mike Perez will face Lachlan Giles, and then the winner of that match will face the winner of this one.
Oh, wow. So Patrick is fighting right now.
Yep.
He haven't finished, or Perez is fighting, and then they fight Lagner right after, and then they fight Gordon.
Exactly.
Samoa ain't going to get no rest. It's a battle. Oh. Sorry, guys. I got a little excited on the side match here. So we still got Gordon working on that rear naked choke. Man, he's so good on trapping that arm. See, he's trapping that arm.
Yeah, that's the Danaher back attack system. Traps the arm with the leg,
Yeah, but
traps the bottom arm, and then starts lifting the chin.
Yeah,
Sean
yeah.
Williams was here describing it to a T.
Yeah, the thing is that now Gordon needs to use his head. See how he uses his head
Yeah.
to insert the hand. Now it's not going to be a one-hand tap. It's a one-hand tap.
You can see the pressure being applied on Gary Tonin there.
And a little wrist lock happening there. A little wrist lock game.
Double submission. Gordon Ryan's got one arm in. Squeezing with that single arm. It gets the submission. Gordon Ryan defeats Gary Tonin, one of his training partners and instructors. There it is. Gordon Ryan, second submission win of the Absolute Division. Gordon Ryan, Lachlan Giles. Battle of the Leg Lock Masters.
Well, let's see if Lachlan Giles keep his... he just can't turn it back, man. See, they were talking about like a failed leg lock attempt. And I think Gordon, he's doing a really good job in avoiding it. He's controlling that far heel to maybe even commit a little bit to that leg and then take his back. So we have a United States versus Australia.
Gordon Ryan, 2017 gold and silver medalist, won his division earlier on today. Looking to get that absolute gold in a potential matchup with Marcus Almeida Buchecha later on.
That's where the danger is. It's a double danger. It's the back take or the heel hook. Oh, he's hugging that foot really well. What? I just don't know how flexible Gordon is to like withstand like a heel hook or something. I've never seen that happen to him.
Well, I mean, he's in one of the best training rooms in the country with the heel hook, so he's got to have some slick defense. You see here extending and opening the legs of Lachlan Giles, now attacking the leg of Lachlan.
Yeah. He's going for one. Let's see. I think Giles maybe is taking it for granted. He can't take it for granted, though. Wow. I'm kind of pumping right now, man.
Yeah.
Crazy.
It's a lot of leg entanglements. This is the next level of the leg lock game evolved. The ADCC 2019 is just a completely different game out there. A lot has changed.
Oh, he got it. He has the hand. He has. Oof. We can see from this angle here. Yeah, but Gordon's doing a really good job, like anticipating that put. That's where the danger comes.
Gordon smashing past the guard.
He needs to keep that frame. Lachlan needs to keep that frame, push Gordon down a little bit so he can execute the shield entrance, the insertion through the hip.
Seven minutes, 25 seconds left in this match. Winner will face Marcus Almeida Buchecha.
Which arguably the fight we all expected, right?
Yeah,
Would you say
I think it's safe to say that.
Safe to say that?
Many thought that would play out at some point. Gordon now trying to pass the guard of Lachlan Giles.
Oh, he got a super hold there. That's where Gordon really steps up his game. Once he gets there, you know, he's doing a really good job on passing and capitalizing from it. Exactly. But Lachlan just defended it.
He's got really good guard recovery. What I'm really impressed with Lachlan, he's just getting smashed from that inversion time after time, but he just seems so comfortable there. He's got amazing flexibility.
Yeah, and you see, like, you know, he trains with Craig Jones, and we know Craig Jones is really good in the leg position and very flexible. All right, now probably Gordon gonna play the big man game now. You know, almost 100 kilos. Just put in his mash. You know, let's see how Lachlan can survive that, which he isn't.
Gordon pushes the knee down, pulls the elbow up to attain the mount position, progressing. Not often you really see Gordon mounted. A lot of times it's, you know, leg entanglement or back attacks. Wonder if he'll...
Well, he did mount his final though, huh? He mounted the final, and then the guy escaped, and then he took his back.
That's right. That's right. It's been a long day, Shanji Ribeiro.
All right, it's all right, man. It's my first time ever, so I'm fresh. Can see Gordon working the arm triangle from the mount, and
yeah, he's looking for that head.
I'd say it's just a matter of time. Now Lachlan needs,
choke there.
Lachlan needs to stay on his left a little longer, so he doesn't let Gordon. Gordon could maybe switch for an armbar, which most likely I don't think he will. 5 seconds for points. Gordon is already on the mount, so he's not gonna score anything. He would have to bail the mount and mount again to get the points. Let's see if you can see an arm lock. I would like to see it. Nice. I would like to see, like, you know, him, you know, show more of his skills, you know, get an arm lock here and there. A lot of back takes. Maybe his, you know, his higher percentage submissions are from the back.
Gordon now continuing to smash from mount. 4 minutes, 30 seconds left. And, you know, the points are on, but...
Yeah, he's probably going to turn into a back take this. Unless he can get that katagatame from there. He's working, he's pommeling. Boom. He's very methodic. He has this. He still have 4 minutes to work on.
Four minutes left. Gordon Ryan mounted on Lachlan Giles. Gonna get that arm trap there. There it is. Grabbing the wrist.
Yeah, I think he wants to turn this into a back take.
Yeah.
Like the gift wrap into the back take.
Or it could possibly no-gi Ezekiel if he can slide that arm in, but Lachlan's doing a great job of fending it off. Looks like he's turning him to get to the back. There it is.
Yes.
Called it, Shanji.
That's his style. He's playing safe, secure. I would too. You know, he doesn't want to give him a chance to this turn into something that would, you know, make him have a mistake and waste more energy. One thing that really impressed me is how Gordon is conserving his energy on his matches.
Yeah.
You know, he's being very
every
very
single
precise.
match. Yeah, we talked about the speed, like the tempo of his matches. It's just constantly moving, progressive. Not really. It's very contrast to somebody like Buchecha or Ali, who kind of goes really go for broke at moments. You know, he's really reserving himself. I feel.
All right, he cleared that arm, so I think it's he got 2 minutes to work on, and
Gordon up 3-0 now. He's got the back.
Yeah, they're right in front of our table. He's having that. I use a lot of that. See that trap hand he's doing on the arm, and I use that actually for like a reverse kimura. It works a lot. Sometimes gets people see like, nah, he's going straight for a face smash. Face smash, you got it.
Gordon Ryan gets the submission and will face Marcus Almeida Buchecha in the 2019 ADCC absolute finals. I believe we're going to have a bronze medal match, and then the super fight, and then the... All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the 2022 ADCC World Championship. This is Ricardo Amendolia, about to kick things off here with my broadcast partner, Mr. Sean Williams. In our first match, Sean, we got the king front and center. Gordon Ryan versus Helki Jusila, European Trials winner. Gordon Ryan sits the guard immediately.
Yeah, it's here now, isn't it? Can you believe it? Beautiful opening ceremony. Here we go.
Here we go.
Starting off with Gordon Ryan here, so just looking to hip heist, get underneath Jusila.
We are live from the Thomas & Mack Arena. Gordon Ryan now with the arm drag to the back of Jusila, over under grips, gets to the back position. Forces Jusila to the turtle. Sean, what's going on here? He's breaking him down.
Yeah, he's got that underhook on the right arm, which I really like from the turtle position because you can drive forward so hard, and it's quite sticky. So it's just pushing that right foot through. So we'll see if he off balances or pulls Jusila back a little bit. But I really like there he's trying to pull him off to the side and break him down over the foot. That's a very good tactic on the turtle.
Gordon Ryan within a minute gets to the top position, gets the arm drag, now on the back, riding out his opponent. There are a lot of questions in this division on how Gordon was going to perform. Is he going to come out aggressive? Is he going to pace himself? But Gordon right now, right from the get-go, in an amazing position. He's got the trap on the far right shoulder, looking to get full back control and going for the submission right away. The king is here, and he's not playing around.
No, he has a power half, really did a good job of not allowing Jusila to bring his head up. And that is the reason why we are where we are right now, is see him put that power half Nelson. It breaks the head down, puts a lot of pressure so that 4-point situation just doesn't happen very, very easily anyway. Looking to put that second hook in. And now he'll look to flatten out Jusila, but probably you got to open up the knees, bulldoze the knees. Right now he's using a power half to try to tilt him. He does. And here comes the back control now. You see Jusila locking the hands together to try to create that sort of wedge inside the arms. Gordon will have to just out pummel that. I'll see if he'll take the left hand through. Yep, peel it down. Now take the right hand, go through the elbow. And he may elect to that sort of classic. He's just going right after the strangle now. So there'll be a little hand fighting. The right hand will come out and push down on the wrist if the left arm gets inside the neck. He's got an anchoring grip with the left hand. That's always what you're trying to do. He'd like to probably have that strangle a little bit lower, but
Jusila doing a good job of defending, but he's got to get out of this position. He's stuck with Gordon on his back. Not somewhere where you want to be, especially with 7 minutes to go. But he's got enough time to get out, but this is a big, advantageous position for Gordon Ryan to be in right from the get-go.
Yeah. There goes the bulldozing of the knees there. Widen the knees, press them back, flatten Jusila out. Here comes exchanging rights to left sides. And you'll just dig in there and change right to left as if that face is down. We could elect to go to Katagatami here if he pummels that left hand all the way through and under.
Jusila trying to defend, trying to just hand fight a little bit, just trying to get Gordon's hands away from his neck, and now trying to move to another position here, but Gordon just calmly riding it out.
And that's what I was going to say. You can see Gordon he puts a pace. It doesn't have to be frantic. It's just a consistent, steady pace of pressure, one attack or a breakdown and then another attack, and that's really where he shines, is he just understands pacing so well, and he's just looking at the clock. Points will begin in about another minute.
Gordon on the back, over under grip, pulling Jocelyn back now. Body triangle, looks like he's trying to attempt that on the side. There it is. And, you know, that sucks the life out of you. And, you know, remember, we're not in the points period yet, but if he has the body triangle, I believe he has to get back to it after points begin, so he won't automatically get the points. Now switching to contemporary hooks position with the far left hook on the far hip. He's got that Nelson trying to bring his opponent back to the side there, just dominating his Gordon Ryan.
There, Juslo's able to 4 points. So there, that power half. You see how strong that power half is to beat up that 4 point position. It really wears on your head and your neck. And you know, if your head goes through your legs, you're going to follow. So you can see Gordon, now it's points. Now you'll most likely see him get into a scoring situation here. There it is.
I like what Gordon's doing with his right arm, trapping Jocelyn's right arm underneath there.
Katagatami. Yeah, Jusula turns into Gordon. There's going to be a Katagatami. If he turns away, he's going to get his back taken.
Now, do you think he's going to go for the Katagatami considering how big his opponent is? Do you think he might want to try to reserve himself and look, as we see that now, he's trying to get a higher back control. I'm wondering how he's going to finish this match. I'm trying to be the guy that calls it out.
Here it comes right now. He's got the arm isolated. He's walking the hand underneath the chin. This is going to be over short. Yeah. There's that hand fighting I talked about earlier. Pushing down that forearm hip. There it is.
There it is. Beautiful submission by the king. Gordon Ryan traps the arm with his leg, traps the opposite head, gets the submission. Just tactically, technically beautiful.
Yeah.
Winner, Gordon Ryan.
Ryan hands out to the fans, very confident coming in. Day 2, Chase. Day 2.
Let's jump in on mat number 3. We have Felipe Pena versus Nicky Rod. The winner of which will make a finals berth here. Let's go.
And remember, guys, you can follow along on FloGrappling.com in the multi-mat technology. Gordon Ryan pulling right under the leg.
Oh, going straight for a heel hook.
Immediately gets the tap. 11 seconds for Gordon Ryan. Punches his ticket to the finals immediately here.
Wow.
And that is a statement, ladies and gentlemen. Gordon Ryan finds himself in the finals once again. Who needs coffee, Chase?
Gordon Ryan's finally like he's got somewhere to be.
Oh.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, your 99-kilogram gold medal match! From the United States of America, Nicky Rodriguez!
There is Nicky Rodriguez, one of our finalists in the over 99-kilogram division. former teammate of Gordon Ryan, representing the B team out of Austin, Texas. Defeated
From
another
the
rival
United
of
States
Gordon
of
Ryan.
America, Gordon Ryan!
Speaking of Gordon Ryan, there he is in the gray hoodie, playing to the fans. He has made quick work of his opponents. Went the distance against Victor Hugo in the quarterfinal. Quick submission in the round of 16, quick submission today in the semifinal. I think he won in around 12 seconds with an outside heel hook. Doing a great job in his division and in conserving his energy heading into this final and into ultimately his super fight later today, or later tonight, I should say. He's been confident all week. Many consider him the greatest grappler on the planet right now. We'll find out against Andre Galvao if that is true.
Now, fighting out of the blue corner from Austin, Texas, by way of Clayton, New Jersey, representing the B team, the 2019 ADCC silver medalist, the Black Belt Slayer, Nicky Rodriguez. And his opponent, fighting out of the red corner from Austin, Texas, by way of Monroe, New Jersey, representing New Wave, the three-time ADCC champion, the King, Gordon Ryan.
It doesn't get much better than Bruce Buffer announcing you before you compete. Let's throw it down to the commentators on mat 2.
All right, we are live from the 2022 ADCC World Championship. Ricardo Amendolia joined by Mr. Sean Williams, and the voice of FloGrappling, Mr. Chase Smith, is joining us for these special ADCC finals. Chase, how you feeling tonight?
Man, what an honor to be here. Amazing scene unfolding before us, and they've jumped right into things. Sean, what's going on out there?
Yeah, right now I think Gordon's just going to go underneath. I wouldn't be surprised if he goes onto the legs rather quickly, although this could be a good time for him to draw this out. Gordon, one of the best things he does is just keep this consistent, steady pressure. Not super fast, not super slow, but it's consistent, and it's like a metronome, and it slowly wears you down. So Nicky's going to have to do a good job of staying on the inside, keeping his legs free, and then picking his time when he can maybe pass.
We saw them open up. Nicky Rod looks like he got a trip takedown, real flash takedown. I just blinked and I missed it, but already Nicky Rod stalking Gordon Ryan from the top position. I like that metrodome comment there, Sean Williams. I got to get the definition of that one later on, but lots of stuff going, a lot of intricacies here, and this is not only a match that's going to determine the new champion of the 99 kilogram plus division here at ADCC, but this is a match between two former teammates. And, there's been a little bit of heat, in the air with these two, and it'll be very interesting to see how this unfolds. They spent a lot of time training together, but it's been about 2 years since they've ever trained or rolled or competed. So let's see how it all plays out.
Yeah, I think Gordon was happy to accept that takedown in a way. That negates any possibility of a penalty point or negative point being assigned. He can play from bottom here and kind of warm up at his own speed.
Exactly.
And especially in the finals, where a negative is for the duration of the entire match, and Gordon already attacking the leg of Nick Rodriguez. He's got a nice little bite there. Sean Williams, talk us through it.
Yeah, he's trying to get a side-on knee pressure, then He's tucking the elbow in. He's nearly has heel exposure here. Now he does. He's got heel exposure.
And Gordon Ryan just submitted Nick Rodriguez and has become a three-time ADCC champion. Sorry, 3 different weight classes has Gordon Ryan the king. Oh, and he was told, you got to earn your way to this match. Go win the absolute. You get your shot at the champ. And that's what he did last time, defeating Marcus Almeida Buchecha in the finals, double golded in 2019. And now he's here to face Andre Galvão. Some celebrities in the audience here. Just saw the Liver King walking around, a social media sensation. Apparently Nate Diaz in the house. Stockton representing.
His rise from virtual unknown to unrivaled best have been unprecedented. But just as he reached his peak, another challenge emerged. A challenge that Gordon had been chasing since he was just a paperweight. A chance to meet the greatest ADCC champion of all time. In the beginning, it wasn't about fame or fortune for Andre Galvão. It was about the love of jiu-jitsu. And that love of the game has brought the 6-time ADCC champion to the sunny shores of San Diego, California. His entire life, Andre Galvão has dreamed of something different, dreaming of freedom and legacy. Hungry for something greater than what fate had offered. The tatami provided a path to something more, where Andre has built an empire and a reputation that is unmatched. Now, the veteran champion is being pulled back in the spotlight for one more ultimate test. And when the lights come on in Las Vegas, Nevada, he will be ready to shock the world again and claim his throne one final time. This is the tale of the greatest supercut in grappling history.
Greatest superfight in ADCC history, Galvão.
We've got the guy who's the greatest superfight champion in history of all time, coming up against the guy who's the greatest openweight and weight division ADCC champion of all time. Then you add in the crowd, and let's start some
People will say that Andre Ward to beat me, that he's the greatest grappler of all time. I still have a ton of time to just blow everyone with his record out of the water, which the only record he has on me now is total ADCC win, because I just haven't competed the ADCC that much.
I am capable to break my own record and come back with the 7th title.
There's not many fighters that have gotten into this match, and the ones he does have, I'm working to help him.
Trying to surprise me, and I'll try to surprise them as well.
Seeing me going out, pushing the action, and submitting Andre for the win.
It's just a blessing to be there, and I'm very excited. After the people saw in 2019, I'm going to make this event that no one can top.
Once in a generation, A match comes along that has the potential to change the landscape of the sport forever. This is the story of two men permanently intertwined, destined to collide. Two men who couldn't be more different. Two champions with still so much more to prove. In a match that will showcase the very best grappling has to offer. For Andre Galvao, a lifetime of training and preparation has led him here. For Gordon Ryan, the path to greatness lies ahead. On September 18th, the unprecedented match goes down in Las Vegas, Nevada. We will find out what happens when an immovable object meets an unstoppable focus. We will find out once and for all who's the greatest of all time. Watch history unfold right here on FloGrappling.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, your ADCC World Championship 2022 Super Fight! From the United States of America, Gordon Ryan! And from Brazil, and now from Brazil, Andre Galvao!
The champ is here, Andre Galvao, six-time world ADCC champion, coming out to the eye of the tiger. Galvao is training like Rocky Balboa, even wearing a t-shirt like "Win, Andre, win," like Rocky Balboa style. The leader of Atos Jiu-Jitsu, a man with a 22-4 record here at ADCC. Six-time champion of ADCC, with the most winningest champion in our sport.
Now, this is ADCC Super Fight. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, from Austin, Texas, by way of Monroe, New Jersey, the 2017 88 kilo, the 2019 99 kilo, and the open weight champion, and the 2022 99 plus kilo champion, representing New Wave, the King, Gordon Ryan! And his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, from San Diego, California, by way of Sao Paulo, Brazil, the 2011 ADCC 88 kilo and open weight champion, and the 4-time Super Fight champion, the courageous ADCC champion of all time, the leader of Atos, Andre Galvão.
The time has come. The talk is over. The wait is over. This is the greatest super fight in the history, not just of ADCC, but of submission grappling history. The champ versus champ for the undisputed title of No-Gi ADCC GOAT. This is Andre Galvão versus Gordon Ryan, live from Las Vegas, Nevada. Ricardo Amendolia calling the action here with Mr. Chase Smith and Sean Williams. Andre looks fired up.
Andre is ready to be out there, man. He is definitely fired up, feeling the atmosphere, feeling the room. Sean, can you believe we're here?
Yeah, no, I mean, it's so exciting, isn't it?
This has been 3 years in the making, but like I said earlier, actually even longer than that, as Gordon called out Galvão years ago, was told to go win the Open. He did just that last ADCC, and now is here to take on the champ, Andre Galvão, 22-4 in ADCC, 6-time ADCC champion against Gordon Ryan, who is now 4-time champion of ADCC. And Gordon Ryan opens it up with a takedown. Or sorry, Andre Galvão, oh my gosh.
Yeah, big
and now
double
Gordon
right in the leg
sucking
now.
up a leg and attacking Andre Galvão.
Oh, he's
Andre
on a
starts
heel.
off
He's in on a heel.
right away. Gordon in on a heel hook. Beautiful takedown by Andre Galvão to start things off. Gordon Ryan attacking the leg. Shades of Galvão Pena, where Galvão was able to evade a lot of the leg entanglement there.
Well, it's a good strategy by Gordon, especially when they're dry.
Yeah.
Still sticky.
This is the time to do it.
Yeah.
Not at the 40-minute mark, not at the 20. And there, he's right into the lion's den here is Galvão.
Yeah, he's in again. He's got to clear the knee as Galvão. Keep the legs separated. He should clear the knee. There he does.
That flash takedown by Galvão. Sean Williams, what did you think of that one?
Yeah, I mean, I think it was obviously a good double, but he's again in on the leg. This time he almost grounds him, which is much better. He uses it to come up to the top of Turtle.
Oh. Gordon on the back of Andre, now foot sweep, trying to get Galvão to his back. He does just that. Galvão trying to get back up.
And this is a precarious situation for Galvão. In any universe, he would prefer to be playing top position against Gordon Ryan. Gordon has shown such a great passing ability, like a wet blanket out there.
Yeah.
And it's very early in this match to get weighed on by someone like him.
Galvão won the championship, double gold in 2011, and I don't think we've seen him in a precarious position since then. He has not even been, I don't even think he's been scored on since then. Just been winning, so dominant. Gordon Ryan earned his shot, and this is already a much different match than the Felipe Pena super fight at the last ADCC. Galvão now attacking the leg a little of his own.
Yeah, I think Galvão should just scoop up the leg and use the X-guard style sweep to get back up to the top or get back to his feet. Now's his time to do it. If he just scoops the leg up there, underhooks should go up to the knee like an X-guard and just use that to get to the top. Otherwise, Gordon's going to slide around the corner on that side. But yeah, I think Galvão needs to just use this to get back to the standing position rather than try to hit any type of attack here. He's not.
Gordon fending off the legs of Galvão. Galvão on the bottom. It's not something we haven't seen this in quite some time, you know.
Yeah, I mean, Galvão obviously does have a very good guard, but like you don't want to deal with this type of pressure this early on, I don't think, if you don't have to. That's what I was meaning by getting under and using that X guard just to get back to the feet. Doesn't have to sweep Gordon. There's no points for that anyway, but it could just return to the feet.
16 minutes, 28 seconds left in this match. No points awarded. Galvão opened things up with the takedown, but there's no points. We're going to start counting the points in about 6 minutes and 15 seconds, which is the halfway point of regulation. Traditional ADCC rules, but remember, if anyone pulls guard, they do receive a penalty.
It's a big battle for this wrist right here. So you see Galvão dominating with two hands, trying to make sure that hand doesn't either get a cross face, keeps his knee free, which is doing a good job, or an underhook.
Galvão making space with that knee shield, trying to keep Gordon at bay, trying to frame, now looking for that left arm underhook. Trying to do what he can to keep the big man off him.
Yeah, Gordon's creeping deeper and deeper into this situation here. He's starting to get above the knee, that top knee.
And look at that cupping by Gordon's left hand, constantly behind the shoulders of Galvão, not necessarily going for an underhook or a crossface. Kind of got modified grip there, Sean Williams.
Yeah, he's leaning. He's just driving the weight down, blocking the bottom knee. He's just working to get his right knee free a little bit. Galvão's doing the right thing of dominating the left wrist. Gordon, it's a big fight because it keeps all this stuff from happening. The left arm over the top, keeps his knee free. Big battle. Gordon's getting in deeper and deeper now. He's above the top knee now.
I'm seeing Galvão frame away a little bit more than he is earlier in this match, showing pretty defensive posture here. Gordon, as you've mentioned, inching closer.
Yeah.
Galvão using the knee shield, trying to keep Gordon away, trying to prevent him from flattening him out from the half guard. 4 minutes, and then we'll start racking up points. Unless there's a submission, of course. Galvão now. He's got Gordon. One butterfly hook in.
Gordon, though, has connected the body lock.
He's got to come around this side. It's on the wrong side, though. He's got to, because Galvão has an underhook on the left arm. So he's going to, if he passes to the right, that's going to help his underhook. So he's got to be careful about passing to Gordon's left side. If he locked the body lock on this side, it would be different, or if he had no underhooks there, it would be different.
13 minutes left in this match, just over 13 minutes left in this match. Gordon trying to pass the guard of Andre Galvão.
Galvão's doing a good job again at keeping his knee free. You see that wrist battle, it's so important. He's able to get his knee free, but now he's gotten flattened a little bit here. That's not good. He's not good for him, good for Gordon. He's flattened him off. He's got an underhook on that far side. There's gonna be if The left leg's going to come over here. He's going to untie the feet, and then the left leg's going to come up and use that to pry those legs apart.
Take a look at the corner of Andre Galvão. We see Jonathan Gurgel, Mike Perez, Coach Freddie, who integral part of his training and preparation for this super fight.
Gordon's almost freed that knee, but Galvão made a nice adjustment there, but still a lot of pressure from Gordon here.
Yeah, he can still use the leg to untie the Scorpion. There's a nice little underhook, but you can see that I believe Gordon has the left arm underneath that near side underhook. Not quite, nope, still up at the head.
Just less than 2 minutes, and then points are going to start being scored here. I think for Andre, you know, definitely wants to get back to his feet against Gordon. Is not an easy task. Gordon just massive and just doing a great job of inch by inch, just flattening Galvão out here.
It's a good defense with that hand, so if he knee cuts, he will stop the mount there. He's going to try to circle out. Still, we got to bump up and go to the single, does Galvão.
Galvão recovers.
But look at Gordon's right arm right there. It's really stopped him from coming to that single, but he did recover to half guard. That defense he just used is a very good one to stop the mount. You can try to, it leaves you some room to get back to the half guard.
10:57 left in this match.
Gordon's walking the knees sideways. The more Gordon walks to his right, the better it is for him. As you see now, he's going to push that knee down. He's really walked Galvão's hips to the wrong side for Galvão. This is he's in jeopardy getting mounted right here as Andre's got to get back that knee line back down in the half guard. Gordon's going to pummel the underhooks. He's got that one. The top one's coming in. He's so close to getting mounted right now. He could knee cut to his left if he wished with that underhook there.
Gordon in such a good position at this point. 10 minutes left, and now the points will be scored. This is where, if Gordon transitions to the back.
Here comes the knee. He might, he's still going to the mount there. He mounted now.
Over control, takes the back of Andre Galvão, does Gordon Ryan.
This is tough here for Galvão. Really not a great spot getting flattened out like this.
Got to get to his hip. Katagatami is going to chair sit here and go isolating the arm. He's got the arm isolated.
He had the arm trapped with the leg, but now opting for the body triangle.
Gordon has 3 points on the board here. And lots of time to work.
Yeah. Six nothing for Gordon Ryan.
Oh.
Tough to see. This is just over the jaw, but
has that cross wrist tie, but it's a good idea to put the shoehorn there underneath that hand. That'll help reinforce that strangle defense, because if you don't have something between the forearm and the face, that arm can go through the neck quick still.
Wrapping up the body triangle once again is Gordon Ryan. Galvão looking for an inch to escape. Hand fighting. Gordon now body triangle once again, racking up more points. And he can continue to do that as a strategy here in ADCC. You can switch side to side, the hooks, the body triangle, and just keep racking up points. We saw that a lot more last ADCC, where people were just like putting their hook back in and out. But looks like Gordon is not going to be satisfied by winning with points. He's going for submission.
Yeah, Ricardo, he's got that arm fully locked in now.
The bottom arm trapped, top arm trapped, left arm going in for the attack. Systematically, Gordon Ryan getting to the optimal choking position by disabling all of the defenses that Galvão has right now. Right hand on Galvão's right hand, yep. Like an anaconda, he's slowly squeezing, getting it inch by inch, trying to get under the chin there. Galvão's doing a good job of defending here.
Yeah, he's got to bridge up a little bit, use that elbow near the knee, the crook of the knee, to try to free that arm. But he is locked up pretty good right now.
6 minutes, 37 seconds left in this match. Gordon Ryan on the back of Andre Galvão. This match playing out a lot differently than a lot of people thought it would. A lot of people thought, including myself, it would be a little similar to the Felipe Gordon match with, a lot more wrestling, to say the least, and maybe more guard work. But Gordon was not having it. He got to the back fairly early on. Here he goes. Gordon now.
That strangle looks like it could be good, even though it is over the jaw.
Oh yeah, it will do it. He's able to fend it off.
Não entrega, André, não entrega, continua lutando.
$12 to nothing for the American Gordon Ryan in the battle of no-gi goats.
Yeah, I mean, Galvão's just got to keep turning and slip that elbow out.
Gordon Ryan systematically attacking from the back here. He's got Andre's arm trapped with the legs. You can't get in a much better position than that. Disabling one of the major defenses. Not too sure what the referee's saying over there. But Gordon is trying to crank the face now. Trying to get Andre's chin up so he can get the forearm underneath. But Andre not giving up. He is not going to give up without a fight. Gordon switching position here a little bit.
Yeah, just trying to get the hand under the jaw line, really. Now he's going in arm in rear naked.
Four minutes, 17 seconds left in this match. Gordon Ryan, he's got the right arm. It looks from this angle, it might be under the neck of Andre. Yeah, it's under the chin. He's getting closer. He's getting closer like an anaconda, and he gets the submission. Gordon Ryan has defeated Andre Galvão, and a show of respect there from Gordon Ryan to Andre. This has been a very emotional match for both of these athletes, and beautiful to see the show of respect by Gordon Ryan and Andre Galvão here. The passing of the torch from the greatest of all time to the new no-gi GOAT of ADCC. Both men have smashed records here at ADCC. Both men have done incredible things for the sport. And
ADCC Super Fight Champion, the King, Gordon Ryan.
Show of respect there from Gordon Ryan to Andre Galvão. Going to kick it off to Kenny Florian to have a word with the champ and both competitors.
All right, I'm here with the super fight winner, Gordon Ryan. Gordon, you know, I know there was some bad blood leading into this match between you and Andre Galvao. It seemed like you guys were exchanging some words. There was a lot of respect shown between both of you guys there at the end. What did you say to Andre?
Yeah, you know, I never had any issues with Andre, so we kind of got a little scuffle and, you know, went back and forth. But, you know, I respect Andre. I don't have half the titles he does, and I'm happy to be part of his story, part of his legacy, and just happy to be here for his last fight. So thank you to Andre.
You had dealt with a lot of adversity over the last few years. You had your stomach issue. You know, at what percentage did you say you competed this weekend?
About 70% right now, so better than it has been, but not 100% for sure.
You know, I think a big concern for people watching you, you know, you were competing in the 99 kilogram and above division. You're wondering, you know, how efficient is Gordon Ryan going to be against all these guys that are going to be much bigger and heavier than you? You proved that you were the most efficient. It seemed like you didn't spend a lot of energy in those matches. How did you feel coming into this match?
I felt great. The whole thing for this weekend was energy expenditure over the weekend to get to Andre as fresh as possible, and I knew it was going to be a hard physical match, and I had like 3 minutes of mat time for my semifinals and the finals, so I think I executed the game plan pretty well.
Yeah, you certainly did. You know, I know you're a guy that also, you know, you talk a lot, but I know you genuinely want a challenge. Do you see a challenge out there right now, and what could that possibly be as far as your next challenge?
Yeah, you know, this weekend was great, but it wasn't perfect. I didn't get all submissions, and number two, I didn't get to beat the fuck out of Felipe. So if the fans want, and if Mo and the ADCC judges want, I will give Felipe 20 to 30 minutes to warm up. I don't want any extra money, and I'll fight him right fucking now, baby. I want Felipe Pena in a finals match right fucking now. 20 minutes warm up, no more fucking excuses. I want your 10 fucking grand in my account tomorrow.
Gordon, Muhammad Ali said, it's not bragging if you can back it up, and you've absolutely backed it all up, man. Congratulations.
Thank you so much, and a big round of applause for Mo Jasm. He fucking killed it for this one.
I'm here with Andre Galvao, the legend. Andre. If you could, please, just kind of talk about your preparation for this match. I know there was talk about retirement back in 2019. You decided to come back out. Was that a difficult decision for you?
First of all, thank you so much for being here, guys. Appreciate all your love you. Thank you. Thank you for all support. You know, the preparation was great. I started like about 16 weeks before the fight. I started like early because I know I would fight a tough opponent. After 4 weeks of training, I tear my ACL and my meniscus. I remember like I popped my knee like locked, and Mo Yassin, I told him, and he helped me a lot. I went to Shipsa in Tijuana to do stem cells. I did my best to recover as fast as I could. My knee still buck a little bit. I trained a little bit different. I couldn't play a lot of guard during the camp because my knee was bad, you know. So, and then I knew like the only thing I couldn't let happen this fight was being on bottom, because I know Gordon put a lot of pressure. He's super strong, by the way. He's on his prime, and you know, I'm like 39 years old. Started ADCC in 2004. No excuse, I accept the fight. I came here because I knew I could do really well. But unfortunately, I had this injury that slowed me down a little bit. But all my students support me, you know. They gave the best. They all knew what happened. Many of them like say, hey, you shouldn't fight, man. You're bad, you know, like your knee is not good. Like, I say, no, I accept already. I want to do that. It's going to be a big event. I think it's important for me to be there. And definitely, like, against Felipe Pena, I say that would be my last fight. But only God knows when is our last fight. He put me back here for a reason. All the altercation that I had with Gordo and everything, it was a lot of my fault, you know, because I was in a very dark place in my life. And then like all that happened, you know, but I kept moving forward. I kept working as a champion. My students support me, and we had a lot of champions here. Atos did great at ADCC, and we're here for all of you. We're here to fight until the end, and I try my best until the end. But his length is really big, and he's good. He's doing great. So congratulations, Gordon, for your accomplishments. I wish you none of the best, and I thank you all for the great support and everything that you guys have done for me. Thank you so much for the message. And before I go, I can still do this. You know?
You absolutely can, man. Congratulations on a legendary run here at ADCC. And I know you're continuing to produce champions here, and thank you for all that you've contributed to the sport.
Thank you so much, guys. Hey, you know, I'm so glad to happen. Me and Gordo, we talk right now here, and that's how it's supposed to be, you know. You never answer evil with evil. And, you know, I just want to say thank you for my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ, for everything that he taught me in life. Thank you so much. Thank you, Lord.
Very gracious post-match speech by Andre Galvão, one of the greatest champions in the history of our sport, a true leader, great competitor, and you know, great to see his legacy come to an end in a respectful manner by Gordon Ryan. And you know, we're gonna enter into a new legacy, the Gordon Ryan era. It began already, but now it has officially begun as he dethroned the king of ADCC. And we'll be seeing Gordon